This is why your guitar playing stinks. Hello and welcome to another video with me, Elmo Karjalainen. It's good to have you along. I hope you're doing well. Today I'm talking about something that's way more important than hand synchronization, holding your pick, all of that stuff, bending, all of that stuff. I know Ben Eller has done a whole series with roughly the same title, and I confess this title has been inspired by him, but he hasn't talked about this, but kudos to Ben Eller. This is something that drives me absolutely nuts. I see this every day when I work as a middle school teacher, and I see it quite often in the comments of my YouTube videos as well. It's something that's between your ears. It has nothing to do with these things. But often we end up blaming these things, our hands. It's you. You are your own worst enemy. And I can sum it up very neatly, roughly in the words of a lot of my students who have said something along the lines of, when I give them something to play, I can't, so I won't. Or something along the lines of, what's the point? I won't be able to, so I won't. So I won't even try. I remember two of my students sitting opposite each other, and one of the girls was playing guitar and the other one was listening to girl number A playing guitar, and she played something and the other girl said, I could never be able to do that, which is a load of rubbish. That whole I can't so I won't thing just leads to an endless circle of negativity, and that's fine. If you want to be negative, go ahead and be negative, but don't turn around and go, that would be cool to learn, and then be negative. I could never do that. Because what you're doing when you're saying you can never do that is actually fulfilling that prophecy. You will never be able to do it if you think you can't do it. And people do this all the time. For instance, in my videos on playing fast, people have said, yeah, I've tried all sorts of stuff, but I just can't play fast. Yes, I know. I'm not naive. I don't think we can all be Usain Bolt. We can't all be Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo or something like that, but we can all improve way more than we think. And this whole circle of negativity is something that keeps us from even trying to improve. And that's the point. Everyone can improve, but this negativity, I can't so I won't, that's what keeps you playing like rubbish. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, a great footballer, I like football if you haven't noticed, he once said, if I could become a great footballer, anyone can. And I firmly believe this. Some people use age as an excuse. I mean, and I've heard this as well in middle school. I'm a teenager, I can't learn this anymore. I'm 14, I can't learn anymore. It's too late for me. They all start when they're like 7 years old. Well, there's one guy who started when he was 14, a certain Steve Vai. He turned out pretty well, didn't he? Yeah. He was 14 when he started, so age is no excuse either. It's all just excuses. When it can be, my fingers are too short. Well, lots of people have short fingers. Steve Vai has very long fingers, but some people, like Danny Gatson, for instance, short fingers. Danny Gatson, sadly no longer with us, but he was a brilliant guitar player, and his fingers, at least me looking at him, it looked like his fingers were really short. And I'm not going to say I could never play like Danny Gatson, because I could at least imitate him. I could never be him. I could never, probably, because I'm me and he was him, but I could improve my Danny Gatson-esque playing if I so wanted to. Just happens I don't want to. But you get the point. There's really nothing special about people who are extremely good at something, except that they're extremely good at something. They're not talented. I don't believe in talent. Talent makes up for a very small percentage right at the beginning, and all the rest is hard work. Steve Vai himself said that he wasn't born with talent. He worked extremely hard. He enjoyed the work, so it didn't seem like work, but it was still putting in the hours. I would say talent is more like a predisposition towards something. I'm drawn to the guitar, something like that. You might have an easier time learning it. Some people learn quicker, some people learn slower. But again, if you go into that cycle of, I'm a really slow learner, I can't learn that. That's the cycle of negativity, which defeats the whole purpose of actually improving. That's the thing, improving. And like I said, this drives me nuts. But at the same time, I'm not immune to this. I do this on occasion as well. Or at least I used to. I think I'm better at it now. And that's again, improving. That's the whole point. But there are two guys, Django Reinhardt being one. He had a bit of a disability in terms of his fingers and he played pretty well. And if this guy's name is Cornel Rishka Mun, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. If he can play drums and bass, what's your excuse? Because that's all it is. It's an excuse to not try. Now, what it all comes down to is practicing enough and the right way. Now, there's a great book called Peak by a guy called Anders Ericsson, and it's all about how we can achieve extraordinary things with the right way of practicing. That's a great read, but if you prefer, you can watch a video on how to practice guitar to achieve the best possible results. That video is here. I do hope you consider supporting the channel via one of the links in the description. There's Patreon. You get access to all sorts of stuff there. And you get access to me. You can ask me questions because often I don't have time to respond in the comments. But above all, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you take this attitude of positivity and put it into your own practice and actually improve. Take care. See you. Bye.